Everybody, how's everyone doing? Thank you for stopping through. Let's get this thing on the road. Hope you did. Hope you guys are doing great. A couple of minutes behind, but that's cool. We'll get through. I need you guys to hold on for a second. All right. Okay, folks. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? We got people in. We about to get this thing on the road. Hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for stopping through. Want to say hello to Adolafira. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Hey, folks, let's get going. You guys ready to go? Here we go. Here we go. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for stopping through. Jay Hunter Lee here. This is our Monday Motivational Power Talk. Last couple of Mondays have been shaky, been getting ready for big projects and stuff, so I didn't have time to jump on here and talk with you guys. But I'm here today, and I want to really talk about something important. I got you guys know what the title is. Hope you guys are doing great. I want to say hello to, let's see who we got. Good to see you. Good to see Freddie. Throbbing, Throbbing Freddie is watching via Twitch right now. So thank you for stopping through. I want to say thank you to Don Callahan, who has stopped through as well. Those of you who have Twitch, just like this gentleman is on Twitch. If you have Twitch, go to twitch.com. You can sign up there if you want to watch my podcast from Twitch also. Just look me up as Jay Hunter Lee on Twitch, and you'll find me on there as well. So there you have it. If you're on Twitter, Jay Hunter Lee on Twitter. Also, Jay Hunter Lee on YouTube. I see my people on YouTube have chimed in as well. So we got everybody everywhere. Thank you guys for stopping through. I'm very grateful for this evening for you guys to be stopping through on other platforms. My business page is also Jay Hunter Lee. So on all these platforms, folks, just look up Jay Hunter Lee and there I be. All right, let's go. Go bots. That's right. That's right. I want to say before I get into our topic tonight, I do have a lot of conference calls that I'm involved in. You guys know that we're working on building a smart city over in the Egypt region, mostly in Libya and Crete Island, Greece. So there's a lot of preparation for that. I thought we would be just about to the point where we're now ready to go, but we are close. We're getting there. There are some other things that needs to be done before we take flight and get that project on the road. So that's where we at right now. But thank you guys for stopping through. We get ready to get into this, man. I want to talk about this pandemic we're in. I'm gonna try my best not to get into the political part of this. We've been in this thing for 9 months now. you have country and city in China. You have Wuhan, China. Wuhan, China is where this coronavirus is supposedly has started from. And I'm saying supposedly, I'm saying, allegedly, I'm using that for the purpose of social media, Facebook and Twitter, not trying to censor, So I'm using the terms allegedly, okay? The virus supposedly has started in Wuhan, China. As we all know, as of, I think, probably in October, don't quote me, but probably in October, Wuhan, China is now back to normal. The virus started there, but they're back to normal. The United States is selling vaccines. They're still pushing lockdowns. And we all know, most of us know, which particular party is basically pushing this agenda, right? We're not going to get into that because there are political people who are so much diehards in their parties. And regardless of what that party does that wrong, they will never admit that their party is doing something wrong. It's like, to them, it can never do wrong, right? I won't say there are absolutely no cases. I don't have any knowledge of that, but so from what I understand, Wuhan, China is back to normal. They had no lockdowns and none of that stuff. But here's what I really want to touch with you guys today. First of all, I've been telling you guys all year, since the beginning of this pandemic, I've been telling you guys all year what the agenda is, why these certain guidelines were put in place. None of it had a damn thing to do with science, okay? And I told you guys what the agenda. Now I've been told, and you guys who know me, who follow me for years as a speaker, I don't do no conspiracy theory. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. As a matter of fact, I actually did a video why I'm not a fan of conspiracy theories. I did a video that was earlier this year. Look in my archives, you'll find that video. It's titled something like that. But what I do, let me give you guys a little bit more light so you can see me. That should be better for you guys. The lighting, so. And one thing for sure, folks, is everything I've been telling you guys from the beginning of this whole shebang have came to pass. Everything. That's the difference between somebody who reads, not only reads, but listen to real scientists. And the real scientists, such as Dr. Shiva, people like Dr. Buttar, people like that. You got Dr. Dennis Rancourt. He's good in physics. He's up in Canada. He's in Canada. There are other doctors and scientists that I won't name because they're involved with a project that we're doing overseas. So I'm on an NDA. Will not disclose those names. And they're all pretty much share information that is exactly in line with my elementary school science. I mean, I went to W.B. Patterson Elementary School in Southwest Washington, D.C. And a lot of the stuff I know, I have a book called Biology for Dummies. That covers some of the stuff I've learned in elementary. It's more advanced, of course, in elementary school. I'm telling you, folks, in my era in elementary school, we learned stuff, right? My science teacher was named Mr. Lee. No relations to me at all. He taught us about the behavior of rats, mice, gerbils, hamsters, because we used to have those in our classroom. Then I had hamsters and mice and stuff at home. I started going to the pet shop, buying aquariums, studying their behaviors, how hamsters would chug a lot of their food but not eat it. They would store many of their foods right in their jaws. You see the hamsters with their wide jaws because they keep a lot of their food right there in pouches so that they can eat it at any given time. They don't have to travel or go back to the food bowl. They can eat wherever they are. They just store it in their pouch, right? amazing stuff I've learned. And one of the things I've learned is things like aerosol particles, how aerosol particles travel, how the sizes of aerosol particle versus fabric. I mean, there is no mask in the world that will stop aerosol particles. That is like trying to keep a mosquito out of a wired fence. Okay, this is science. This is real. Not only this is real science, this is freaking common sense, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you have on any mask, if you can breathe, if that means that mask have pores so that air and oxygen can still travel in and out, even though you're not getting 100% of your oxygen with it, but you are able to breathe somewhat with the mask. So if that's the case, also meaning that you have aerosol particles that's in the air, like smoke is an aerosol particle, but aerosol particles is not smoke. Okay, so you can breathe in and out of the mask, so can aerosol particles fit through that fabric. So there's viruses everywhere. At this point, 9 months into a pandemic, every single person on this planet, folks, well, I won't say every single person, because you got islands that you cannot go to. This is an island over near India. I forgot the name of it. No one is allowed to go near that island. And there are people who live there will kill you because no one is welcome to that island. But for the most part, we're all are exposed. We've been exposed to whatever the virus is in our environment. Our immune system is currently fighting much worse microbes than the coronavirus, than COVID as we speak right now. That is the job of the immune system. The immune system actually needs microbes in order for it to get stronger. You need to get stronger by exercising. That is exercise for the immune system. The immune system fights every single day, 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. Okay, that's the job of the immune system. There's no way around that. Okay, so just get that straight. Know that for sure. So the scientists, the pharmaceutical scientists, that's the difference. That's the separation. The pharmaceutical scientists knows that, but they're not going to tell you that, because if they tell you that, bad things may happen to them. But here's the thing to it, folks. Not only that they know that, they tell you to do things that is the opposite of that in order for them to sell big pharma's programs. Big pharma's losing money. There are a lot of people who are today going into holistic wellness. A lot of people are being more conscious of their eating right now. You know, but you still have over 655,000 people who die of heart disease every year. Does that mean that we should shut down and close down all McDonald's? Shut down and close down all of Burger King's, Arby's? Should we just shut all of this down because there are 655,000 people who die every year of heart disease? What are most of the things that causes heart disease? Your lifestyle, your eating habits, right? So there, with that being said, folks, we have to be conscious and we have to start questioning everything. You have to start thinking for yourself. The media does not think for you, ladies and gentlemen. The media only going to give you 12% of the information that they're giving you. Why is that? It's because if they give you 100% of the information, they would never be needed. So the thing is to give you 12% of the information. And with 12% of the information, you always going to want to know what's going on, what else is happening. Then they give you a little bit more, a little bit of a percentage of more information. But it's never going to be 100%. Expecting the media, listen to this, folks, expecting the media to give you 100% of the information is like expecting your employer to give you 100% of what you're worth. Let me say that part again. Expecting the media to give you 100% of the information is like expecting your employer to give you 100% of your worth. It don't happen. Your job, it never pays you what you are worth, folks. And that's going to be part of what I'm going to get into tonight in terms of what the government have done to you guys. And I'm so sorry they did this, right? So those of you who've been following me as a speaker, I've always taught the same platform for over 12 years. Do for yourself. Not only did I tell you to do for yourself, but I also tell all of you to start doing your own diligence. Pick up books and start reading. And one thing for sure, folks, is that people thinking you just go on Google to do your research. That's not where the real research lies. If you're going to do some real research, folks, you got to spend money. You're going to have to buy, invest in yourself, invest in books, invest in your education, folks, to help get you to the next level. Your own investment in yourself, in your own education. Go to the library, turn the damn TV off. Get off social media sometimes and go do some real research. Go do some real thinking. Go do some real you time. Find yourself. No, don't find yourself. Recreate yourself. That's more important. Recreate yourself, folks. That's the most important thing. So you have a lot of this going on where people are just simply just living in fear, suppressing the immune system, covering their faces up most part of the day, suppressing your immune system, staying locked in your house, suppressing the immune system, staying away from other people, suppressing your immune system. If you can find science, folks, if you go out there and you do your own diligence aside, you will find that the immune system requires you to be social. Let me say that part again. You will find that the immune system requires you to be social. That is science. That if you take a look at everything, all of the guidelines that's been given to us, it is against the nature of our creation, of our creator. That's why it's so hard to keep people from separating, because they're going against the nature of God's creation. We were built with herd immunity. Herd immunity just don't exist for one virus. Herd immunity has been existing for over 5 million years. We've lived with these viruses for over 5 million years. Herd immunity is a natural thing. It's not a plan. It's not an objective. It's not something that you and I try to mentally try to create for the world. It exists whether we want it to exist or not. That is life. And the only way your immune system gets stronger, it don't get stronger just because you're taking vitamins. The vitamins gives it its armor, of course. But the real challenge, the real boosting of the immune system is fighting microbes, folks. There are 4 types of microbes: fungi, viruses, bacteria. Germs. 4 different microbes. Your body, your immune system needs to fight these things. If you want to get stronger, you got to go to the gym or go work out in your house. But it's the resistance that makes you stronger, folks. Not the easy stuff. The resistance is what makes you stronger. This is why goals are important. When you set goals for yourself, you bring in adversity. There are obstacles that come with those goals, which means you have to be stronger to reach that goal. Because who you are right now is not the person to reach that goal. You have to go through the obstacles. You have to get over the hurdles. You have to fight. You have to go through the growing pains to be successful. Eddie Robinson, former coach of Grambling University, went to the Hall of Fame for winning 408 games. He was interviewed and they asked him, how did he win 408 games? You know what his answer was? He said he had to lose more than 408. So he lost more games than he actually went to the Hall of Fame for winning them. That is the struggle. Without a struggle, the people can't survive. The people can't perish. You gotta face the adversity, folks. That is what the immune system requires. You know, people like say, so everybody's supposed to just get the virus. You don't even know you're fighting viruses that are way, way worse right now. This is just real science, folks. Go do your own research. Go do your diligence. Go pick up a book, man. Turn the damn TV off, people. So let me just say it with you real quick. Your Congress, your senators makes more than six figures. They makes more than six figures. They're probably making about $8,000 per week to sit in the office in Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., in the Capitol, and argue over whether or not you deserve $600 stimulus check. That's half of what they gave you back in April. $600 stimulus check. I've been educating you folks all year in regards to this. What you need to do to try to uphold yourself, get through the growing pain that you're going to face, whether it's employment, lack of employment due to this, or lack of business due to this. This is what you have to change your mindset to. And I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm so sorry this has happened to you. This is probably the worst time in our most recent history. It is not the pandemic. It's the agenda which they are using the pandemic for. This is the most worst time in history, folks. And I've told several people, don't be surprised if you see a lot of these Democratic states that's being hurt right now from their own policies. They have China to come in and bail them out. Don't be surprised. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Because I know who's in bed with China. You're talking about communism. They're practicing that right now. They're censoring your stuff on social media just because you don't agree to certain parties. The fact checkers are not fact checking. They just disagree with you. That's not fact checking. My doctor is better than yours. That's not fact checking. They censor you because they use their doctor to say something that's against your doctor. So they censor you and they call it fact check. And then you sit around and wait on a stimulus check for $600. Now let me ask you that. Let me ask you this question. Is that what you're worth? Is that what you're worth? You vote every year, every 4 years, every 2 to 4 years, you vote for popularity. You vote for the most popular candidates. You don't vote for policies. And I'm talking especially to you black folks. You vote with emotions. You do not vote on policy. And because of it, you're always in bad situations. In the situation we're in right now. You don't do your diligence on anybody that you want to vote for. Only what the mainstream media, which is basically predominantly manipulated by the left or the Dems anyway. So that's what you do. So $600, folks, that's what you're getting. It's probably as early as Monday, possibly. I don't know. Next Monday, maybe. I don't know. $600, people. That is what your government is telling you that you're worth. $600 after 9 months of shutdowns and partially opens. $600. But let's talk about what you need to do. Let's talk about what you need to do. You need to do for yourself. I've been telling you guys this for so long. And you guys who work for the government, you think there's no such thing as job security anymore. Because you were just this much away from a shutdown behind $600. Just because you work for the government, you think you're safe. See, a lot of people who've been working for the government for years ain't did jack shit, and they retire with an average net worth of less than $25,000. 40-40-40 plan. What is the 40-40-40 plan, folks? 40 hours a week for 40 years and retire with only 40% of what you used to make in your retirement for at 100%. So you retire, you only get 40% of your 401k. 40%. Where does 6% go? The 6% goes into Wall Street, the brokers, the fees, the company that manage your 401k. Uncle Sam. This is why a gentleman by the name of Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he also wrote this book called Conspiracy of the Rich. This is why he said, learn to pay yourself first. Because you're working on a W-2, everybody gets paid, you get paid last. You got to learn to pay yourself first. That's one thing you need to learn to do in terms of doing for yourself. Pay yourself first. Because when you're a sitting duck right now. How do I know you're a sitting duck? Look at the situation they put you in, your government put you in, and only giving you $600 freaking dollars for it. $600. Man, I just can't get over $600 with a $300 a week. $300 a week unemployment check. And can you imagine? People are making $1,000, $2,000 a week on their job. Now you're down to $300 a week in unemployment because they pushing an agenda that is designed to put you exactly where you're sitting, exactly where you are. See, folks, you got to understand something. In order for you to increase your net worth, you have to first increase your self-worth. And nobody knows what that is but you. Because if you give anybody else power to determine what your self-worth is, they will give you exactly what they think your worth is. In this case, they think you're worth $600. And that is something that they've done to keep the government from a shutdown. These are people you vote for. You knew nothing about their policies. You only knew about what the media said about them. And not only that, these are who you vote for people like that just so you vote against the other person that their media outlets are telling you about that other person. See, you vote to keep other people out of office. And here's the result of it. If I was a Republican or a Democrat, and I was running for office, but my party ran majority of the mainstream media, we would tell you everything against that candidate, the other candidate that I will be running for. Because most of the mainstream media is on TV, is right there local to you. Guess what happens? All of you guys are my customers, and I give you all of that information, tell you against that person. And whatever it is that's good that person do, I would never have that put on the media that my party manipulates. Because I only want you to see the good that I am doing as a candidate. And therefore, that's exactly how the politicians are running game folks on you. You won't see what the other side of the coin looks like. And then when you go to the voting poll, you vote for the most popular person. The mainstream media will only show you who's popular. And if you take a look at the history, the Democrats basically ran on one platform, that the other person is racist. That's the only platform they ever run on. Why do they do that? Because they know you won't do your diligence. They know you won't flip the coin and see what the other side of that coin looks like. And that's why they can keep pushing these agendas down your throat without you even paying attention. They give you crumbs off the table and you think you got a meal. And it's going to continue to be that way until you learn to do for yourself, until you learn to wake the hell up and say, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's the problem. You guys are not sick and tired of being sick and tired. You see, folks, the gentleman said a long time ago that we don't change when we see the light. We change when we feel the heat. By that time, it's about too late. The damage has already been done. So what are you going to do about the situation, folks? $600. And look how long it took from April, from the first stimulus, from April to now, to give you a second stimulus. They've been arguing the second stimulus for 3 or 4 months now, 4 or 5 months now. They've been arguing about the second stimulus check. And don't think this is going to stop because Biden is in office. This pandemic is going to keep going, folks. And even if this pandemic stops, if it stops tomorrow, we're still going to be at least another 18 months of recession. Still another 18 months. And the job that you've had might not even bring you back. A job that operated with 100 people, they're going to bring 50 of them back. Why? Because they got caught with their pants down this time. So what are they going to do? They're going to come back with half the employees and keep the other half as working capital. So that if this ever come again, they're not going to get hit. See, folks, you got to understand this too. A job that lays people off, if this job is on Wall Street, if this job is publicly traded, a company increases their stock on Wall Street when they lay people off. And just imagine 50% layoff. You see, this is what Wall Street concerned with, because Wall Street, it doesn't care how this company generated 50% of the revenue. They don't care. They only look for the bottom line. Wall Street is about the bottom line. Okay, your profits went up, so therefore your stock goes up. The people who own shares in that company get richer, right? And the people who are employees who refuse to do for themselves are the ones that lose. Because you get laid off, that company shows on Wall Street that they got an increase in profits. Wall Street ain't gonna say, did you lay some people off in order for you to get that? They don't care. They're not gonna ask them that. They don't care. Only thing they care about is the bottom line. When that bottom line goes up, they know that their stock goes up. They know the people who own stock in that company is richer. They know that. Cheap labor, folks. Cheap labor. You're getting set up. You're being a sitting duck. Why are you being a sitting duck? Because most of you don't do a damn thing but sit around and watch TV all damn day. This is why if you look at the kind of dream cars many people have, Lamborghinis, Porsche, Bentley, Rolls Royce, McLaren, Ferraris, Bentleys. Why do you think they don't do TV commercials? Because the people who can afford to buy those vehicles don't watch TV, folks. You can see those type of ads where people who are rich frequent. Why would they put an ad during a TV commercial? Because you're watching a Tyler Perry flick. Why would they put their ads doing an ad commercial during doing a movie when you're watching Housewives of Atlanta, Housewives of Southeast DC? Why would they put those type of cars commercials for shows like that? Because they know they know the type of people watch those shows. They know your network. They know your network like that. They know your net worth better than you do. You don't pay attention to your net worth. You pay attention to how many bills you're going to pay tomorrow or the next month. And you're paying bills every single month, and then you're increasing your expenses. What is your net worth? Your net worth is what you have left over after you paid your bills, folks. So if you're making $1,000 a month, hypothetically, if you're making $1,000 a month and your bills come up to $800, that means your net worth is $200. And it's going to continue to be that way until you change your thinking, you change your mindset. Stop sitting around. Most people just been sitting around all freaking year waiting on the second stimulus check. All year waiting on a freaking stimulus check. And now it's only $600. And here it is a week, the same week. And here is Christmas. Christmas this week. I don't celebrate the holidays, but I'm just telling you guys, you got Christmas coming up. When is it? Friday? Christmas coming up Friday. They just approved today a stimulus check of $600. A PlayStation 5 is like $500. You ain't buying that. PlayStation 5 is like $500. A $600 stimulus check is barely enough to buy food that you can have for your family. And that food got to stretch out for the whole week, folks, because you don't know what's going to happen after that. Is that what you're worth? Do you actually feel that you're worth that? Do you feel that you deserve that? But let me tell you how the universe works, folks. We don't get in life what we want. We get in life what we are. You don't get in life what we want. We get in life what we are. And if you don't like what you're getting, then you need to change the mindset that allows you to get what you keep getting. Just like your bank account, folks. If you don't like what's in your bank account, you got nobody to look at but yourself. Before I moved here from DC, I'm telling you, before I came to Florida from DC, I had a person talk about how much their job was paying them. Man, I can't do it because they only paying me such and such and such. Oh, they said they only pay such and such. They only pay this. They only pay that much. I said, okay, so how many people work for this company? You know, I got to tell the truth, Mitch. So this person said they only pay this much. Really? Do they really pay that much, or do they really just pay you that much? Because if you tell me there's over 100 people in this company, you telling me that every single person in this company is paying exactly what you're making, is being paid exactly what you're being paid. But no, okay, that's what I thought. So how do you make more money? How do you increase your net worth? You got to first increase your self-worth. You got to take the bulls by the horn, folks. You don't sit around and wait for a freaking stimulus check. Where did the word stimulus come from? The full term of the word stimulus is stimulation. How the hell can you stimulate the economy with $600 friggin' dollars? Y'all not understanding me, man. How do you stimulate the economy with $600? You guys think I've been telling you guys this stuff for so long. For people to avoid intellectual dialogue, they use the term conspiracy theory. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. But guess what? Conspiracy theorists, 10 points, the masses, 0. If that's what you want to call it, if it's a conspiracy theory, well, guess what? I'm getting 10 points. You ain't getting no points. Because everything I told you guys, I told you to get ready for this day. I told you to get ready for this time. I told you this was going to happen. I've been saying it. Now, I haven't just been saying it this year. I've been telling you guys this ever since 2008, about 12 years. As a matter of fact, just 4 years ago in 2016, I said to you, in 4 more years, we will be in another recession. Whether it's due to a pandemic or due to something else. I told you we will be in another recession in 4 years. I said that. Look at my archives. I said in 4 years, we'll be in another recession. We're in one. Wouldn't you agree? We're in one. I said this, folks. I've been telling you guys this every single week. As long as I've been doing live videos, I've been telling you guys this. I've been telling you guys what you needed to do to prepare for it. I told you guys what you needed to do to start your own business. Whether if you can cook, guess what? If you can cook, you're an entrepreneur. I've been telling you guys this, it seemed like forever. But because I don't have Gucci Mane, I don't have Jeezy or any of these people joining my podcast to go live with, guess what? Y'all not paying attention. See, the problem is, and I've been saying this for so long, we are in the situation we're in because we entertainment based. If you go over into Bangalore, India, or into Bangladesh and places like that, those people are education based. We fight over TVs in Black Friday. We fight over TVs. We fight over PS5. We fight over Xbox. Over there, they fight over books. They fight over education. They come over here, some of them, and get their education because they want to get the American accreditation and take it back over into their countries. What do? We spend time focusing on fucking rap battles. Over 60% of graduates do not pick up a book again in their life after graduation. I'm just telling you the truth, folks. So the question is, should I feel sorry for people, especially those who I've been talking to, especially those who've been trying to buck back at me, talking about conspiracy theory, oh, you ain't right, you ain't telling the truth. Those type of people, you getting exactly what you deserve. Exactly what you deserve. And it is what it is. And I'm not the person going to tell you, oh man, everything will be fine. It won't be fine until you do something about it, until you change your thinking patterns, your thinking habits. Folks, I've been saying this all the time. A book a month. Set a goal to read a book a month. Then you got to know what books you're reading. You got to understand whatever your goal is in life, folks. Go out there and do some research on what you need to be reading so that you can reach that goal, because you're going to face the adversity. The adversity comes with goals, folks. Whatever goal you create, obstacles are also created. You got to understand that. This is why it's not going to come to you easy. You guys see, I'm in the gym every morning. Every morning, I'm in this. I rest from the gym Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm 48 years old. I can still run. Somebody had put a post up, when was the last time you ran top speed? And I said that about a week ago. And they put a big wow emoji on my answer. And I'll probably do it again. By the end of this week, I'll probably run my full speed. I can still go at it. I can still play ball. I can still shoot. I can still do crosses. I can still do that stuff. I can still play football if guys my age would play. But I keep myself going. I keep myself up, folks. Happiness, health, and wealth. All three. Happiness, health, and wealth. Happiness, health, and wealth. See, all of those things, folks, people look for external, outside people to make them happy. Happiness is an inside job. It's an inside job. What are you going to do about your situations, folks? See, this is not the time when you find out who your real friends are. That's not what tough times are for. Tough times are for you to find out exactly what you're made of. So ask yourself, what are you made of? Are you worth $600? Are you worth $600. What is your worth? And I hear a lot of people have said this. Oh, I know my worth. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know your worth. Because if you knew your worth, you wouldn't spend time watching little reality TV shows. You'll be on your freaking grind, making something happen for you, your family, and your community. Making a difference. That's what you will be doing. You'll be having a book open, not having a damn TV turned on all day. Burning that up. Next thing you know, you burn your TV up, you ready for Black Friday, so you can go get another one, get a bigger TV. You see, folks, see, the bigger the house, the bigger the library. The smaller the house, the bigger the damn television set. That's a fact. That is a fact. You know, Jim Rohn said once, if you look at a multi-million-dollar house, they all have libraries. But here's the question that I have following that. Did they buy the house because of the library? Or did their library allow them to buy the house? It's a question. Did they buy this house because of the library, or did their library allow them to buy that house? What do you have in your library? 80% of the people don't have a library. They just got TV, mainstream media, and they try to debate with you based off of that. They think they're educated because of what they saw on TV. That's why you come up against somebody like me who's buried in this studying this stuff will clean your clock. And then there are those who are so good at debate, they're so good at arguing, they can make anything come up and support their narrative and try to make you look like you ain't right. Shit don't work with me. I have far too much good experience behind what I do to allow somebody who ain't got shit but mediocrity to try to encourage me that I'm wrong. No. Don Callahan said, if you got some top books that helps you, that makes you better, share it in the comments. I can name a whole lot of books, man. I can just go down the line with books that I've read. But listen, folks, Think and Grow Rich. There are two Think and Grow Rich books. One is by Napoleon Hill. The other Think and Grow Rich book is by Dr. Dennis Kimbro, because the subtitle of his is Think and Grow Rich, subtitle of Black Choice. There's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Conspiracy of the Rich, The Millionaire Next Door. Then there's my book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. There's another book called How Luck Happens. There's another book called I Can See Clearly Now. That's by Wayne Dyer. Eckhart Tolle, Have the Power of Now. John C. Maxwell has several books. He has Failing Forward. He has Put Your Dreams to the Test. He has the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He also has 5 Levels of Leadership. You have Les Brown. His book is Not Over Until You Win. There are books by there's Opportunity Knocks by a gentleman by the name of Pat Mesiti. He's out of Australia. There Get Your Joy in the Morning by my friend Joy Riley. Lisa Nichols has No Matter What. James Arthur Ray has Harmonic Wealth. There is Rhonda Byrne, Have the Secret. Well, what you guys mostly don't know, she has another book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. She's the lady who wrote The Secret. She also wrote The Magic. Sylvia Fleming just put up Failing Forward. Yep, Failing Forward is by John C. Maxwell. If I didn't mention that, I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Oh, you mentioning my books. Yeah, yes. Yep, Millionaire Next Door. There's Man, I can't just think of all these books, man. I have tons of books I've read, and these by world-renowned people, man, whether it's scientists or anything. You know, I have the 5G myth. I have that book. Read that. Um, I got the unreported truth about COVID and lockdowns. I have that book too. That's a two-part book. There's a part one and part two of that. Um, um, Conspiracy of the Rich. I think I mentioned that. That's Robert Kiyosaki. Um, I got another book called Change or Die. That's written by a gentleman by the name of Alan Dushman. I have that book. Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Thank you, Don Callahan. So, folks, I hope you're taking this stuff down, man. Listen, folks, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to entertain you, folks. You just got fucking $600 of stimulus check. It's about time right now you start thinking about your life. Turn the damn TV off. Okay, I'm putting it to you. The Charge by Richard Branson. Yeah, pick up Richard Branson. Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book with Donald Trump. This is pre-president Donald Trump. It's called Why We Want You to Be Rich. Get that book, folks. Sometimes, and listen, focus on the message, not the messenger. This is another problem about a lot of our people. If you don't like somebody, you ain't gotta like them. Pick their brain, get their knowledge, right? So, pick that book up. There's a lot of books out there, man. I've been in touch with. I just can't name them all. I really can't. I mean, get my book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. If you go on Amazon, you have to put my name in it. You have to put Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by Jay Lee. You have to do it that way. But there's a book that was like 13 years before my book had that same title. Or you can go to jayleespeaks.com and get it there. jayleespeaks.com and get it there. And just click on the menu and go down to where it says books or book. It says book. Click that. There are like 3 different links you can order the book from: Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million. You know, so you can order the book, my book, from there as well. My book is also sharing you what I have done to overcome homelessness. I was homeless from Washington, D.C. down to Florida back in 2014. 2014. I was evicted, and now I'm about to start a project overseas that's going to allow me to go back to DC and buy the apartment complex I was evicted from. Guys got to get it. So, yep, Grant Cardone's book, 10X. Get that. He also has a book called Sell or Be Sold. He has that book as well. Get those 2 books, folks. Start building your library, folks. Start building your library. It's very important. You don't know how important it is. I'm so glad I ran into some gentlemen back years and years ago who introduced me to these books, who introduced me to a lifestyle that would change my life, right? So get those books, man. You guys see it in the comments. Just come back to this video and look at the comments, folks. The books, these books are there. Okay, books, titles, they're there. it just, you know, it is what it is, folks. So I hope you guys are doing well. We almost an hour into this video, but like I said, if you want to settle for $600, if you think that's cool, this video is not for you. If you want to do something about your life, if you want to uplift yourself, if you want to increase your net worth, increase your self-worth, this video is especially for you. If you think this is all conspiracy, if you still think this is all conspiracy theory after this stuff has proved what I've been telling you guys, not only this year, but the previous years, this video ain't for you. I'm not interested. I'm not in the convincing business, people. That's one thing I won't do anymore. And I keep saying, sometimes I still find myself doing it, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going back and forth with people, because everything I've been telling you guys have come to pass. And now you're getting ready to get a $600 stimulus check. I told you guys, and especially I was born and raised Democrat. I know how they operate. I was an elected official as a Democrat in Washington, D.C. they throw rocks and hide their hand. I've been telling you guys this. I've been telling you guys this. They give you crumbs off the table and you think you got a meal. And that's exactly what they did again. $600, and some of you think you got a meal with $600. So with that being said, folks, share the video if it helped you. If it didn't help you, don't worry about it. You ain't got to come back. My message is not for you. My message is for those who get it. It's for those who wants to make a difference. It's for those who ain't got time to be bullshitting out here, going out here getting theirs. Get your stuff. That might be the next title of my next book. Get your stuff. So with that being said, folks, I want you to share the video with whoever you think is going to be helpful to. Share it in groups, do a watch party if that's still a bit, if the watch party thing still works, I don't know. But share it in groups, share it on your page, because somebody you know this video may help. So with that being said, I want you to do me a bigger favor and sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.